Duffy. And number 8, Ian Morrison. And number 9, Mark Smith. And number 10, Jim Gammon. Number 11, Danny Hill. At 11, Richard Fletcher. And at 13, Tommy Gallagher. Substitutes for the Vikings tonight at number 14, Shane Grady. And number 15, Sam Barlow. And number 16, Rob Draper. And at 17, Ben Kavanagh. Branch tonight line up like this. At number 1, sponsored by Lauren and Lucy Hall, Chris Hall. And number 2, sponsored by Sam and Peggy Hill, Bryn Powell. And number 3, sponsored by Mr and Mrs Hollyoak, Chris Langley. And number 4, sponsored by Easy Move Estates, Andy Bostock. And number 5, Austin Buchanan, is sponsored by Miss Scarlett and the Daggers. And number 6, the Mount Tabor Church, the proud sponsor of Pat Walker. And number 7, the West Riding Refreshment Routes, the sponsor of Dean Lawford. And number 8, Aaron Trimley, sponsored by the Crown at Leeds Road. And number 9, Liam Finney, sponsored by John Calvert. And number 10, Dominic Maloney, sponsored by the 3Gs. At number 11, Martin Robinson, is sponsored by JS Transport Services. And number 12, John and Gwen Sawyer, the sponsors of Terry Lassie. And at 13, Margaret and Tony Scargill, sponsored Josh Whedon. Substitutes for the Rams tonight at number 14, sponsored by our very own Rams cheerleaders, give us away girls, Luke Haig. At number 15, the Rams Study Centre, the sponsor of David Rourke. And number 16, Jake Wilson, is sponsored by Henderson Insurance. And at number 17, last but not least, Sue Walford is the sponsor of Joe Helm. So then, on the field at the moment, just before the players come out again tonight, we have the Rams cheerleaders.
Here we are at the Tetley Stadium in Dewsbury. Well, here we are for the evening kick-off at the Tetley Stadium, formerly the Rams Stadium in Dewsbury, home of Dewsbury Rams. Currently second to bottom in the league, with Widnes one place above them. Sorry, Dewsbury are bottom in the league, Widnes one place above them, second to bottom. Big game tonight. The Vikings, of course, lost against Celtic Crusaders at the Stobart Stadium last time out. Slight change in the lineup tonight. Ian Hardman is back fit, and he takes his cherished number 1 shirt. He's been after it all season. Now he's got it. Can he keep it? Dean Gaskell at 2, Jason Crooks at 3, Lee Patterson 4, Gavin Dodd 5. Half-backs, Bob Bezick and John Duffy. And the Widnes pack, Ian Morrison, Mark Smith. Jim Gannon, Danny Hill, Richard Fletcher and Tommy Gallagher. For the Rams, Chris Hall is at full-back, Bryn Powell, Chris Langley, Andrew Bostock, Austin Buchanan in front of him, and Patrick Walker and Dean Lawford are the half-backs. Aaron Cinder, Liam Finn, Dominic Maloney, Martin Robinson and Terry Glassy and Josh Whedon make up the rest of the starting lineup, with Luke Haig, David Rourke, Jake Wilson and Joe Helm on the bench. Referee tonight is Mr. Ronnie Lawton. Well, both sides desperately in search of a win, although having said that, the Vikings lost only once this season, but of course started with a 9-point deficit. Pitch here, it's quite narrow, but the Vikings making good early use of the ball. Remember, it was a night match as well. Last season it was televised, I seem to remember. And Francis Maloney, who's not playing tonight, scored an excellent full length of the pitch move. Maloney finishing off. Well, let's hope the Vikings can make it a bit more comfortable tonight, although of course the Dewsbury fans be looking for a good show from their side. Had some decent wins in the Northern Rail Cup and have qualified from the league stages of that, of course, but and I think they play Oldham next week, if I'm not mistaken, but struggling big time in the league. And the Vikings looking to put in some good defence. It's a very tight pitch here. The stadium, the stands, I should say, very close to the pitch, and maybe that makes the pitch look narrower, but it does look like not a very wide pitch. Awkward bounce of the ball, and it bounces away from Hardman, and Hardman picks up, and he can't beat. Well, he just about gets away from the first tackle from the big number 8 there, Aaron Trinder. A Widnes without Tim Hartley tonight, who's going in for the exploratory operation on his ankle. Let's hope it's not the ankle problems that he's suffered previously, as Dean Gaskell barges away from the tackle. Scott Yates also not in the squad tonight. John Duffy, good ball from Duffy. Duffy inside drop, and Jim Gannon takes the tackle just inside the Dewsbury 20-metre zone. Well, in fact, nearly on the 10-metre line. Duffy puts the kick to the corner. Gaskell's chasing. Not the biggest of players, and well taken by the winger. Widnes will have more changes to ring next week. Paul Noon obviously still out for the Vikings, but next week a couple of players I think will be cup tied in the Challenge Cup game against Hull. Richard Fletcher and Dean Gaskell won't be available for that game. Not Dean Gaskell, Jason Crooks, I should say. I looked at my sheet there. So Crooks and Fletcher cup tied for the Hull game, a big game next week for the Vikings, and a good set of 6 in defence there, keeping Dewsbury inside the 20-metre zone. Ian Hardman, well, he's played a sack full of games for St Helens and for Hull KR at Super League level. Confident and safe under the high ball. Bob Bezic drafted into the number 6 shirt tonight in the absence of Tim Hartley. Lee Patterson, of course, can also play 6. Ian Morrison, tackled by the markers, seems to have developed a knack of running back to the markers. That's good work by Jason Crooks, but he's tackled well. Mark Smith. Good ball from Bezic. Duffy goes forward. Good run from John Duffy. Hardman into the line. Widnes missed him, I felt, last week. Good ball out from Hardman to Patterson. Patterson, well, it's a awkward pass, but on the bounce, taken, and Morrison in support, bounces away from the tackle. Final one for the Vikings. Short side attack. Bezic. I think Widnes are going to get caught just short of the line. Well, it was a good effort by Richard Fletcher, but just Patterson makes a crucial tackle. And Widnes offside. So Dean Lawford kicks from the halfway line. Widnes gifting Dewsbury some much needed easy yards, or metres as we say in the 21st century. And that's a good drive, but a good tackle also. The 2 number 10s, Dominic Maloney and Jim Gannon, head to head. Short side attack, Martin Robinson. Liam Finn, short side. Long ball out, Lawford takes it slightly high, but takes it nevertheless, and good move from Dewsbury. Patrick Walker puts in the flat pass. Ball's gone loose, knock on given. Well, the Widnes players congratulate Danny Hill on the tackle that forced the mistake. Mr. Lawton not happy with the scrum. Gavin Dodd takes in the first drive as John Duffy scampers to get there. No Widnes player was too keen to get to the half-back position then. Bob Bezic tackled well. Well, I'm not sure how that happened there. Bob Bezic's arm, for some reason, just seems to stretch out. The natural inclination you would think would be to pull the ball into your chest in the tackle, but Bezic losing possession, and Austin Buchanan takes the drive in. It's a perfect opportunity now for Dewsbury to put Widnes under pressure. Low pick up by Terry Glassy, and Widnes under the cosh as Dewsbury do build up the pressure. Face ball, Lawton. Well, Widnes fortunately have Andrew Bostock well looked after. And the Widnes line comes up quickly. John Duffy's come up well. Good arc up by John Duffy to cut off the passes out wide where Dewsbury were looking to get the ball. It's the final one. And another high pass to Lawford. Awkward kick, but it's taken behind the line by Ian Hardman, who clears the line well. Gavin Dodd again working hard to take out that drive from defence. Dean Gaskell does the same. Good work by the Widnes backs, and now the forwards will come into play. Well, Jason Crooks steps up. Now the forwards come into play, and Ian Morrison bobbled that ball on his chest, but then held it. It's the final one for the Vikings, and Mark Smith puts the kick in. Should bounce up kindly. It's an easy bounce for the winger. And Chris Hall, the fullback, takes a crunching tackle. Buchanan steps away. Good work by Bob Bezic, though. He just stayed with the man. Well, I think Bezic was trying to get Buchanan to let go of him. Great tackle. Well, not a great tackle. Good work, in fact, from Andrew Bostock. He spun out of 2 tackles there. And Dewsbury starting to look stronger and more confident, having weathered an early storm from the Vikings. Nine minutes gone in the game, and the ball offloaded. And Lee Patterson makes the tackle. High kick. Well, a mix-up. And it's a try. A mix-up between Jason Crooks and Dean Gaskell. Both players went for the ball, and I think both realised that perhaps they were going to collide with each other. Unfortunately, both of them stopped, and the bounce taken well by Austin Buchanan, who had the presence of mind to flick it over his head, and Andrew Bostock takes it and dives over. And the successful conversion, 6-0 to the Dewsbury Rams.
Number 6 tonight, Patrick Walker.
Well, certainly a howler from the Widnes defence. The Vikings players not under too much pressure, only from themselves, and credit to Dewsbury for chasing up. And Dean Lawford's moving the ball out wide well, and Bostock, well, Jason Crooks tried to wham Bostock there, but I think Andrew Bostock's a bit too big for young Crooks to be doing that to. Perhaps just needs to take him low. Lawford, tip over the top. Gaskell's under pressure, it's going to go into touch. Just this side of the corner flag. Widnes again forced backwards. The main man at the moment, Dean Lawford, as he did last time up here, just controlling everything for Dewsbury. Tommy Gallagher takes the ball, the dummy half position. Low pass from Mark Smith, and Ian Morrison did well to hang on to that. Smith to the left. Good support from Gene Gannon, but he's tackled well, and he's looking to get up for the quick play of the ball. Penalty not given. Smith scoots away, makes a good 10 metres. It's the final one for the Vikings, though. Well, that's, I suspect that maybe Mr. Lawton feels he could have given a penalty for the last tackle for holding down and slowing the play of the ball down. He didn't give that, but that's a bit harsh on the last tackle to penalise somebody for offside who was nowhere near really having any involvement in the next play of the game. But Widnes will take all gifted opportunities. Thank you very much. As Bezic takes Widnes inside the 10 metre zone. Now, the Vikings struggled to score from this position last week against Celtic Crusaders, who had a very good disciplined line defence. Have Widnes learned anything from that? Well, John Duffy takes the ball forward, and that's one thing that he didn't do last week to great effect against Celtic, so good effort by Duffy. Ball out from Gallagher, and yes, he's in at the corner. Great ball out. Well, he's held up. Duffy's held up, says Mr. Lawton. Jim Gannon. Bezic, good effort with the long pass out to Crooks, but the defence out wide, to be fair, had spotted it and moved up very quickly. It's the final tackle. Face ball. Gannon almost gets caught in possession. Spins it out wide. Duffy inside. The ball's knocked and dropped again. Now, was it an attempted intercept, or did Danny Hill knock on? Yes, it's to Widnes. I think it was an attempted intercept. Looked initially as if Danny Hill had knocked on, but I think the Dewsbury player got a hand to it first. Well, it's more enterprising attack from this position by Widnes, but again, had a lot of position last week against Celtic. Didn't convert it into points, and that can be as bad as anything at times. It's frustrating for the players and the fans alike. Bezic round to Hardman. Hardman, stutters and dummies. Good effort by Ian Hardman, but he's dragged into touch. Well, it's early in the tackle count, but Ian Hardman scored a couple of tries this season from those positions by doing exactly that. And it's hard to fault the Widnes full-back for having a go there. Widnes now will look to put in some big defence, and that is big defence. That's great defence by the Vikings. Crooks and Hill and Duffy, but quick play of the ball. Well, if that ball had gone out to Chris Langley, Dewsbury could have turned a difficult situation into an excellent attacking opportunity. Very enterprising team. The ball's gone loose, and it's a knock-on. mistake by Trinder. Tommy Gallagher picks up from the base of the scrum. Bezic drops off to Ian Morrison, who changes the angle, searching for the gap, but again it's good defence by Dewsbury. Bezic, flat ball, lovely pass from Bezic. Great ball from Bob Bezic, and Richard Fletcher scores his first in the Vikings colours after the long spell of attack. Lovely pass, flat ball into space. 17 minutes gone. Dewsbury 6, Widnes 4, still with the kick to come. So Gavin Dodd looking to level the scores. Well, he does level the scores. I thought it was unmissable because, and I'd already written it down actually on my score sheet here, but as Gavin Dodd sometimes likes to do, just put your heart in your mouth now and again. To be fair, it went over and you get the 2 points. So 6 apiece. Just about coming up to the midway point in this game. Lawford puts a high kick in and Duffy claims it. Good work by John Duffy. Ian Hardman was scurrying to get there, but there's no way he would have made it. And John Duffy takes the responsibility. Good drive from Lee Patterson. Another player I felt who didn't go forward last week as well as he has been doing this season. Just a bad day at the office for the Vikings against Celtic. Duffy puts the kick deep. Chris Hall chases it and it won't go dead, and then Hall slips it as he picks up. Good chase by the Vikings, and Dewsbury now start the set of 6, 5 metres off their own line. Tommy Gallagher's hurt himself there. Is it just, not sure if somebody stood on his toe or no, he's got a problem. Tommy Gallagher's signalling to the bench, and Gallagher's got a problem as Dewsbury move the ball wide. Well, Cook's going high this time on Bostock, lucky not to be penalised in my opinion. Tommy Gallagher's arm it is that he's struggling with, and hopefully Dewsbury haven't noticed that. They do kick to that side, but Gallagher is not going to be able to take any further part in this game, I don't think. He's not come off. He's been signalled by the bench, and Ben Kavanagh is waiting to go on. When Gallagher comes off, that looks bad for the Vikings. It's Gallagher's arm. Ball's gone to the ground. Knock on given against Ian Gaskell. Well, I do not like the look of the way that Tommy Gallagher is carrying his arm. I almost said, tried not to jinx the Vikings, but the last thing Widnes need today is injuries before the big Challenge Cup game against Hull FC next Sunday. As I said earlier, already 2 of these players will be missing, Cook and Fletcher, cup tied. Tommy Gallagher now injured. Tim Hartley out. Vikings up against it again. And up against it here as Dewsbury mount a promising looking attack. Long ball out to Lawford. Having to catch a lot of passes above his head, Dean Lawford. It's a good job he's got long arms. Bostock looking for the line. Camden Crooks covers the ball, and he does that successfully. Final tackle. Lawford puts the kick to the far corner. Oh, great catch by Gavin Dodd. Excellent stuff by Dodd. Could have took a chance and waited and tackled the ball catcher into touch, but he knew what he wanted. The ball was in front of him, which isn't the best place to place an attacking kick, because it means that the winger can attack the ball instead of being stood still and waiting, and Gavin Dodd did just that. Great stuff. Jim Gannon up to the halfway line. Can't get up on the halfway line. Now he does. Duffy scoots away, gets the ball out, and Bezic drops inside to Richard Fletcher. Final one for the Vikings. Mark Smith takes command at halfback. Bezic chips down to the corner, and Widnes will just chase this. It's an awkward bounce, but Hall does well in the end. Oh, good work by Bob Bezic. Buchanan, though, with quick play the ball. And again, Dewsbury moved the ball wide early in the tackle count. Good tackle by Fletcher, had to get down low. Well, good support from Tinder. Final one. Dewsbury inside the 40. Good pressure from Ian Morrison on the kicker. It's an awkward kick. The bounce could go anywhere. It does go anywhere. It's taken by his Dewsbury player. Oh, great cover by Gavin Dodd. Excellent cover. He saw that Ian Hardman was having to go forward for that ball, and he just covered in behind the fullback, dropped into that space that was left, and it's a good job he did. Great work by Gavin Dodd. Dean Gaskell working hard and keeps the ball alive. Crooks steps away. A lot of effort, didn't make too much ground by it, but you never know, gaps might appear if you do that often enough. Good tackle by Walker. Vikings coming forward quickly. Lovely inside ball. Gannon, oh, Smith just overshot as Gannon went to pass. Short side attack. Duffy goes forward, an awkward kick. It's well picked up by Hall. I think it seems to bounce off Duffy's knee at one point there, but Hall takes it well. And again, look at that, moving the ball out wide, trying to pull the Widnes defence. Bostock, this time tackled low by Fletcher. And Sam Barlow comes on for his first outing for the Vikings. Great tackle. Oh, lovely ball out though. Well, Barlow hit him hard, but he got the ball out somehow. And Dean Lawford taking Dewsbury forward. Good kick through. Gavin Dodd again covers it well. Takes it superbly. Gets the pass into Hardman. Didn't gain anything by it, but there's always the chance that that pass might create something. Sam Barlow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a car in the Southstand car park, GN52 KGO, could you
deep kick to the corner.
GN52 KGO in the Southstand car park.
Great tackle. That's a superb tackle by Danny Hill. Man and ball just flung Hall to the floor. Quick play the ball, and the Vikings got caught there. Well, caught offside, in fact, by the quick play the ball. Good work by the Dewsbury team. And Walker puts it into touch. Maloney gets the ball out. Lawford, did he drop it or did he pick it up on the bounce? Well, I think he must have just caught it between his knees. It was close. Jake Wilson waiting to come on for Dewsbury. Chris Langley gets the ball out, and Dewsbury are keeping the ball alive. Well, Widnes find it very hard to cover these passes. Hall. Jake Wilson comes on. Bostock to Lawford. To the other substitute, David Rourke. Lawford again. Short ball. Didn't come off for Martin Robinson as intended. It's the final one, but Lawford goes to the short side, and Bostock is over the line. He seems to have got the ball down. The touch judge thinks so. The referee thinks so. Bostock from the short ball from Dean Lawford makes it 10-6 to the Dewsbury Rams. 12 minutes left in the first half.
Try scorer for the Rams there at number 4, sponsored by Easy Movie Stakes, Andrew Bostock.
So Patrick Walker looking to make it 12-6. And it's a good kick. It's over. 12-6 to Dewsbury.
Successful conversion there, sponsored by Martello Church and number 6, Patrick Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, may we remind everybody that rugby league is a family game, and foul and abusive language is not appreciated and will not be tolerated. Please don't do it.
Well, 11 minutes till half-time, and Dewsbury just playing at full pace all the time with a great deal of urgency. Vikings perhaps being a bit more patient, but at the moment it's paying off for Dewsbury. Lawford, and again in the thick of things, as is Bostock, who's having a very good game out on this left centre position. Whoever loses here tonight will be bottom of the league at the end of the day. And if you need more incentive than that, I'd like to know what it is. Hardman. Good pick up by Dean Gaskell, and he makes a few metres. Gannon, oh, good step from Jing Gannon. Dummied to the right, step to the left. Found the gap. Sam Barlow just takes a simple drive, and it's the final tackle. High kick this time, first real test of the Dewsbury defence on the high kick, and Hall not only takes it superbly but beats the tackle then. Good effort by Chris Hall, well taken, kept his eye on the ball, and again Dewsbury offloading in the tackle. The ball knocked down. Playon says the touch judge, well, I think he's got that decision wrong. It was certainly knocked down by a Widnes hand, and the Dewsbury fans rightly unhappy about that. Did seem to be knocked down by a Widnes hand, picked up by a Widnes player, offside position, but the referees and touch judges have to give what they see. So a chance for the Vikings to attack. Bezic, Fletcher, Smith, he's looking short side to where Bob Bezic is, but he goes long to Duffy. Duffy goes forward, lovely drop to Kavanagh, and Ben Kavanagh breaks the line. Only recently come on, and a touch of good fortune for Widnes, but a lovely ball, long ball to John Duffy, into the gap again, and Ben Kavanagh forces his way over the line. Gavin Dodd makes it 12 apiece. Well, I can't remember the last time that Widnes had too much good luck in this game. Not this particular game, in this game of rugby league, but there was a piece of good fortune. I think the touch judge got the wrong decision, although I might be wrong there. He's a lot closer than I am. Far for me to argue. Long kick from Lawford, and Ian Harman takes it well, going backwards towards his line. Danny Halls just sidles past the tackle. Crooks picks up. Oh, good effort by Jason Crooks. And the penalty for offside. Danny Hill just having a conversation with Mark Smith there about something, as Lee Patterson will boot this ball hopefully deep into touch. Kavanagh. Short side from Smith, darts away from the tackle. Well, the ball was pulled out. It's a penalty. I think there's no other decision that he could give there. Silly play by Luke Haig. Widnes take the tap. Well, they did that last week against Celtic Crusaders, which I advocated, by the way. I'm not being critical, but ended up losing by 2 points. But Widnes obviously feeling that they can put some pressure on here. And a great try by Jim Gannon. A good decision to take the tap penalty instead of going for goal. And Jim Gannon just stepped through the tackle and leaned out to put the ball over the line. The Vikings, for the first time in this game, take the lead with 5 minutes to go till the half-time interval.
The successful conversion from Gavin Dodd.
Gavin Dodd adds the conversion. And Aaron Trinder and Terry Glassy come back on for Dewsbury. Kick taken again by Harman. And this time he feeds Rob Draper, the Widnes substitute. Sam Barlow, and again Dewsbury penalised for offside. Much better go forward this week by the Vikings, in particular from the half-backs and the outside backs. Rob Draper again involved. He just loves to be in possession of the football. Smith, lovely ball to Danny Hill. Flies into the tackle as usual. Duffy takes the ball forward, long ball out, lovely ball to Fletcher. And the Dewsbury players did well to recover the ground there. Dean Lawford makes the tackle. Duffy drops Barlow off. Barlow somehow gets the ball back. It's an awkward one, and Duffy has to smother the ball short side. Danny Hill looking for the line, can't get the ball out. Hardman was there in support. There's a Widnes player injured. I think John Duffy took some knees in the back there, but the Vikings over the line again. A great effort, and Barlow scores his first for the Widnes Vikings. Forces his way over the line from a short pass.
Try scorer for the Vikings there, number 15, Sam Barlow.
Gavin Dodd adds the conversion points again. 24-12 now to the Vikings. Have clawed the way back into this game and now extend the lead. Just about 2.5 minutes to go before the half-time hooter. The message coming down from the coaching position up behind me up here, Steve McCormack, I think sending the message down to watch out for the short kick-off, but Lawford puts in the long kick-off. And a big chase as well by Dewsbury. Gaskell, good meters made by Dean Gaskell. Good work by the winger. Gavin Dodd's coming for the next one. Dean Lawford turns him round in the tackle. Well, a big hit by Alan Trinder on Jason Crooks, who just gets back to his feet and gets on with it. Final tackle. High kick. Chris Hall's dealt with these well, but he can't get to that one. Fortunately for him, bounced away into dead. Widnes with perhaps one more set of 6 to defend before the half-time hooter. Good work by Mark Smith. Well, the number 2 there, Bryn Powell, was looking for the offload and Smith just picked him up and plonked him down. Terry Glassy, great tackle by Smith, but Glassy gets the ball out and Dewsbury again have picked up the pace. And again, they're moving the ball up wide to this centre. Hall tackled. Well, the touch judge didn't seem to be coming on. The referee looked at him when the crowd growled and groaned, and now he comes on and is penalised for the high tackle. Into stoppage time. Oh, the Hooters just gone right down my ear. So we're now out of stoppage time, and Ian Hartman runs the ball back, and I think sensibly Bob Bezic says just take it out of the field of play, let the half-time whistle go, and let's get in. So a good comeback into the game by the Vikings, leading 24-12 at half-time thanks to tries from Fletcher, Kavanagh, Gannon and Barlow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you bought a ticket in the half-time draw, the winning number is 46727. Winning number in the half-time draw, 46727. And if you've got that winning ticket, if you'd like to come up into the control room at the top of the main grandstand, I will give you your prize. 7, just the children fill again there, just a reminder, half-time draw number 46727. You can come here.
So the team's out for the second half. Vikings to kick off. John Duffy gets the second half underway. Widnes 24-12 ahead. But Dewsbury still looking strong as we came up to the half-time hooter. And they're obviously a never-say-die team. Andy Kelly has got them well organised, got them playing some quick football. Good offloads, good support play. Long ball out the ball, taken high by Adam Trinder. And the substitute halfback there, Luke Haig, spins out a nice pass, moves it again. This time to the short side. Walker puts the kick in under pressure from Lee Patterson. Hardman takes it well. Looking for the gap, but again a good chase by Dewsbury, and Hardman is pushed back. Good work by Gavin Dodd. He sacks across with Hardman in case he needed support, and then takes the next drive in. Dean Gaskell follows suit. Oh, lovely ball out from Barlow. Now Lee Patterson going down the wing, steps in field. Good work from Patterson. Dipped into the tackle just to make sure he didn't hit the touchline, but a good attack by the Vikings. Fletcher stopped on the 20. It's the final tackle. And Gavin Dodd being shouted, I think, ready to chase this, but a short side attack. Dean Gaskell just steps in touch before he flicks the ball back. Well, Bob Bezic electing for the short side attack. The back line out here was shouting for the kick. Nevertheless, probably, unless the Vikings had scored from the kick, not too much difference in where the turnover is going to take place there on the 10-metre line. But again, look at that, straight from the base of the play, the ball, a wide ball out. Dewsbury attacking down the channels. And Trinder again making the Widnes defenders work hard. Short side attack, good chase by Danny Hill. And again, quick hands, moving the ball back to the left, ending up in the middle with the tackle, but it's the final tackle, and Lawford puts the kick in again. He's under pressure, but it's a good chase, an awkward bounce. Great take by Ian Hardman. He judged it perfectly. It was a very awkward bounce by Hardman, or to Hardman, I should say. Gaskell keeps the ball alive. Rob Draper up to the halfway line. Good return of the kick by the Vikings. Makes a good 10 metres. Bezic out to Duffy almost nonchalantly with the pass, and Lee Patterson now going forward. He just slips there. Referee shouts held, and Terry Glassy seems to ignore the shout. Final tackle. High kick. Hall so good under those. Normally Barlow just couldn't get to the ball on the bounce, and Chris Hall just misjudged it. Dewsbury very quick play the balls, and a good drive by Powell. Third tackle, and they're just short of the halfway line. Referee, he put the whistle to his mouth, but Sindles burst through. Gavin Dodd tracks him back. Good defence by Adam Trinder. This time Gavin Dodd gives away the penalty. Not sure there was any need really to do that, but Dewsbury on the attack. Adam Trinder just burst through the Widnes defence. 6 tackles now on the Widnes line. Lawford inside ball. Vikings having to work hard. Dewsbury again getting the quick play of the ball. I'm not sure that was the plan, as David Rourke took the pass. Didn't seem to be expecting it. Walker, flat ball, Terry Glassy. Fourth tackle. Well, penalises the Vikings for offside. Well, Mr. Lawton doesn't seem to be able to make his mind up where the penalty should be from, but Dewsbury get the game back underway. Hall inside the Vikings 10. Score now could be crucial for Dewsbury, put them right back in the game. And there's the man that started it with that great break, Aaron Cinder. Dominic Maloney has come back on. The dummy, Walker. No obstruction, says the referee, and Dewsbury just keep the ball alive. It's been dropped. Well, the referee says it's gone backwards. Strange decision from Mr. Lawton, but it's given. Dewsbury back in the game, in at the corner.
Just going for the Rams there, number 4 with his hat-trick try, sponsored by Easy Move Estates, Andrew Bostock.
Hat-trick of tries for the big number 4, Andrew Bostock. 24-16. This kick would put Dewsbury back within a converted score of the Vikings. Walker looks good, but it goes wide. Kick from Duffy to the corner, but it's taken comfortably by Chris Langley. (24-16) now. The Vikings just 8 points ahead, but Dewsbury again pick up the tempo. And again, Dean Lawford in the thick of things. Liam Finn has come back on. Great tackle from Danny Hill. Morrison. Final tackle. Lawford again, he's under pressure. Puts the high kick in. Dean Gaskell takes it superbly. Really high kick from Lawford. Well, Widnes player on the deck there. Bob Bezic rolling about the floor. Not sure why. Gaskell almost gets through that tackle. Quick play of the ball. Good pick up by Smith. Catches Dewsbury on the back foot. Then he slips on the turf. Morrison takes the drive in over the halfway line. Final one for the Vikings. Duffy thinks that, well, he's almost gets caught in possession. Jim Gannon back to Duffy. Duffy hoists one high. Hall takes it on the full this time. And Bob Bezic almost a lone chaser there, but he makes the tackle. Dewsbury playing with bags of enthusiasm at the moment, and Widnes just not able to tackle Austin Buchanan. And the Dewsbury fans appreciate that effort from him. Maloney. Lawford gets the ball out wide. Terry Glassy steps in. Maloney, great tackle on Dominic Maloney. Final one for Dewsbury. High kick. This time it's to the opposite corner. Ian Harmon's going to get there. Great take by Harmon. Clears the line well. Slightly high tackle by Chris Langley, but not given. Seems to be the same as the one that Dean Gaskell got penalised for before, but as I say, not given. Gaskell again, he almost ducks through the tackle. Crooks, quick feet, makes another metre for Jason Crooks, and then, well, Bostock gives away the penalty. There was no need for him to come back for the second lay on there. He'd done his job, but he did get up and then flop back down for some reason. That's a great effort from Fletcher. Shatters the defensive line. Bezic, Jim Gannon, whoa, he juggled with that ball and he gets knocked back on his back. Morrison. Duffy to the left. He's got Ian Harmon just outside him. Meg come into the line. Oh, good ball. Danny Hill. Duffy, dummies. Flat ball. Gannon takes it well. Gets the ball out to Bezic. Bezic tries to dance his way through the defence. Struggling towards the line. Can't get there. Final one for the Vikings. Well, there's a gap there right in front of Ian Harmon. If Duffy can suck people in, the gap's definitely there. Danny Hill gets... Oh, he's got the ball over the line. Good defence. Well, Danny Hill claiming to think that it was pinched out. He looks at Mr. Lawton, but good defence by Dewsbury. And Dewsbury again with the quick tap, looking to get the game underway, playing with lots of urgency. 13 minutes gone in this second half. Widnes 8 points ahead. Good tackle by Smith. And is it Danny Hill that's in there underneath that? I think it might be. Walker to Trindle, inside. Oh, I'm not sure what happened then. Widnes players seem to be looking at Mr. Lawton for something. Final tackle anyway as Walker puts the high kick in. Dean Gaskell under pressure again. Oh, great catch by Gaskell. Great work by the Widnes number 2. That's fantastic. And he's cleared the line as well. Steps away, feeds Gavin Dodd. Good tackle on Dodd. Gaskell's hurt. Dean Gaskell's down hurt. That doesn't look good for the Widnes number 2. It was a great catch and a fantastic line clearance and even the offload then, but he fell heavily. The Widnes playing with 12 men at the moment. Ben Kavanagh up to the halfway line. Jim Gannon straightens up. It's what you want off your number 10. Makes a good 10 metres and he gets the ball out, and Mark Smith juggles with possession, keeps hold, keeps the movement going. Morrison, good move by Morrison. Dummies. Oh, great attack by the Vikings. Excellent stuff by Widnes. Dean Gaskell's coming off injured though. Another blow for Widnes. Shane Grady will come on and go on that far right wing. Danny Hill slips, gets the ball out to Bob Bezic. Bezic goes forward, shows the ball, can't get through the line, can't offload. Gavin Dodd with the line at his mercy, but Bob Bezic just couldn't get the ball out. And Dodd's in for the Vikings. Lovely quick thinking by Lee Patterson. Alert play by Gavin Dodd, but a great move to set up that, and I have to say came from that fantastic kick return from Dean Gaskell, who's now gone off injured. The Vikings increasing the lead. 28 points to 16. What a way to hit back after soaking up all of that pressure. So Gavin Dodd looking to make it 5 out of 5. Oh, it's a good effort. It just fades at the last minute. 28-16 now to Widnes. But the try scored at some cost. Dean Gaskell has gone off. I'm not sure if he was holding his wrist or his stomach, but certainly didn't look too comfortable as he left the pitch with Sam Whiteman, the Widnes physio. But there's the substitute, Shane Grady. Now the Grady, confident lad, he's going to be tested, I suspect, with those high balls. They've been peppering Gaskell and Dodd with them all night, and when you get a substitute winger on, the first thing you do when you get a chance is test him with a high kick, I would guess. Good work from Jason Crooks there. Just standing up the defence, weighing up his options. 40-20 position. It's not going to be 40-20, but bounces awkwardly off Bostock's foot, off Hall's foot. Austin Buchanan. Next try in this game will be crucial. If Widnes scored it, should put the game to bed. If Dewsbury scored it, gives them a chance of hanging on in there. And it's Dewsbury on the attack now. Dodd flies in, does just enough. Patterson completes the tackle. Terry Glassy keeps the ball going out wide. Dewsbury again moving the ball wide. Oh, lovely ball, but a good reaction tackle as well from Crooks. Final one for the home side. Well, what's he give? Jim Gannon went into the player. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I thought the ball bounced off Jim Gannon. I thought the ball bounced off Gannon and it would have been, well, at least play on until somebody was tackled. Confusing decision. Morrison, oh, good work, kept the ball alive. Bezic can't step away from the tackle though. Dean Harmon comes into the line. Nice to see Harmon pushing up there from the full-back position. Jim Gannon causing some damage to this Dewsbury defence at the moment. Smith picks up the ball, makes some good yards. Good long ball out to Patterson though. Patterson had to break his stride to catch the pass. Final one to the Vikings. Not the best of passes, but it bounces up kindly for Smith. And Hardman kicks through, he's chasing it himself. The ball bounces up, and Hall's going to have to take it. No, well, he doesn't. It's a tap on the 20. Widnes without a full back at the moment. And Ian Hardman making his way back into position. Terry Glassy offloads the ball on the Dewsbury 40-metre line. Well, Richard Fletcher, not quite sure why, but he's been penalised. Holds his hands up to admit whatever mistake it was that he made there. So Dewsbury on the attack. He's a big fella, Joe Helm. Testing the Widnes defence now. Oh, great tackle by Fletcher. Lawford, Walker, out wide. Great spot by Gavin Dodd. Excellent decision making by the Widnes winger. Saw where the ball was going, flew in, left his winger unmarked. It was a tackle he had to make, but he made it. Oh, Terry Glassy almost foiled the Widnes defence there with a little dummy and a spin. Lawford, flat ball, Maloney. Maloney spins away. The second spin thankfully took him into an alert Widnes defender. who had come in to cover their gap. Great defence. I'm not sure which Widnes player it was, but it was a crucial tackle. Final one. Ball kept alive, and Widnes player slips, and the wingers dummying. And Ben Kavanagh gratefully falls on that loose ball. No, it's Widnes that moved the ball wide early in the tackle count. But Jason Crooks with nowhere to go there. Good effort by Shane Grady. Final tackle and, a charge down. It's back to one. Touch of good fortune there for the Vikings. Let's hope that Grady realises it's back to one. It was a charge down. I'm not a big favourite of the charge down being given as back to one. I think it just negates the point of doing a charge down, because 9 times out of 10 you don't get possession back. You should be rewarded for charging the ball down, but you're not. And on this occasion, Widnes pick up the reward. Well, the touch judge clearly responds to the crowd's shout of forward there. The fact that the ball probably actually was passed forward has got nothing to do with it. There's no way the touch judge or the referee would have given that if the crowd hadn't shouted. Well, Widnes penalised at the scrum for foot up. You don't see that very often these days. I think the referees should bring a decision in where the referee is not allowed to look up if the crowd shouts forward every time the referee looks at the linesman. And does that mean if the crowd didn't shout forward, it wouldn't be a forward pass? Anyway, it's Dewsbury in possession. Joe Whedon. Finn close to the line. Lawford. Well, Widnes having to do a lot of defensive work here. Dewsbury this time searching for the gaps. Hall into the line, testing the Widnes defenders, gets the ball back. And Dewsbury keep it alive, and Lawford's going for the line himself. Oh, Dean Lawford, well, how many times have you seen him do that? He just does a little dance, shows the ball, and scores what could be a crucial try, because it keeps Dewsbury in the game at 28-16. The kick will put them within 6 points again of the Vikings.
Number 7, sponsored by the West Riding Refreshment Rooms, Dean Lawford.
And a great conversion as well, so it is 22-28. Great kick from Walker. Dewsbury back within 6 points of Widnes. .15 minutes left, it's still anybody's game. Terry Glassy takes the Rams forward. again, Dewsbury giving the ball plenty of airspace, moving it wide at every opportunity. Kick comes in. Well, Gavin Dodd, I think he was hoping it would bounce into Deb, but he had no option in the end but to take it because it bounced straight at him. Well, oh, great work from Shane Grady. Steps to full-back. Can he go? Has he got the legs? Oh, great support from Gavin Dodd. Can Dodd get to the line? Great effort by the Vikings. Lovely link-up play. Dodd to Hardman, Hardman to Grady. That's why the back three are encouraged to pass it when they catch it back there. Sometimes fans get a bit perturbed about that. Puts your heart in your mouth sometimes, but when it comes off, this is what happens. That was nearly the try of the season. Gavin Dodd was just hunted down with 15 metres to go. Long ball out. Ben Kavanagh looking for the line, steps in. Sam Barlow's injured. Duffy, oh, he just can't reach out. But Sam Barlow's injured for the Vikings. Well, Mr. Lawton should stop the play there, really. Not sure what Patterson was doing there, but he just threw a horrendous pass back, and now it's given Dewsbury the chance to attack. But terrible play by Mr. Lawton. Sam Barlow's down with a bad knee injury. He was right in the line of where the pass was going to come from the play of the ball, and Mr. Lawton just didn't stop the game. Well, that's a blow for Barlow, the new signing for the Vikings. First game was having an impact, but on the back up the other end, Dewsbury coming forward, the ball knocked forward by the Dewsbury player. Well, it came from that loose pass by Patterson, I think it was, but I'm sure that only came because Sam Barlow was lying right where the next Widnes dunner should have been, and Mr. Lawton should have stopped the game and let the injured player be tended to. Terrible decision. The Widnes perhaps shouldn't have reacted to that in the way that maybe they did. I'm not sure if it was Patterson or Rob Draper, but nevertheless it almost gave Dewsbury a chance to score at this end. End-to-end stuff. Well, injury problems. Barlow joins Gaskell on the injury list, and Tommy Gallagher as well tonight. Vikings now having to dig deep. Morrison, oh, good step by Morrison. Final one for Widnes. Smith kicks one to the corner. It's an awkward bounce. Is it a knock-on? Play on, says Mr. Lawton. The Widnes players who were closest to it seems to think that the Dewsbury player knocked on. Gavin Dodd's fuming down there, but Widnes need to stay focused on this defensive set now. But they've had 3 injured players now. They've only got Danny Hill, I think, now to come on and off. There's nobody on the bench for the Vikings. With 11 minutes to go. Terrible pass. Mile forward. Not given. That's exactly what I'm talking about. 40-20 attempt. Thankfully for the Vikings, well, the ball doesn't bounce to its left as it often can do. We know with this funny shaped ball that we play with, it can go anywhere. This time it just continued end over end. And the Widnes breathe the sigh of relief as it goes into dead. Morrison. Well, Sam Whiteman and the medical team at the Vikings have worked wonders